Hi, my name's Jo, I'm 47 and I'm from England, and this is my story. I've suffered with vaginismus ever since I can remember. I've never been able to have gynecological exams, and unfortunately I had a failed marriage of 13 years because of my fear and my anxiety and my inability to be able to have pain-free penetrative sex. I found out that I had this word, vaginismus, in 2001, which was the first time that I met Dr. Ditzer and Dr. Ross in Paris. At the time I was there with my first husband, and I was looking for a cure to something that I hadn't heard of, hadn't discussed, and didn't really want to discuss with anybody else. It was incredibly private. So I made this trek to Paris, but it was pretty much fake for me, because it was just a way of me going through the motions with my husband at the time, pretending that I wanted to conquer this problem that I had. I didn't really believe that it could be conquered. I didn't believe that anybody else had what I had. It was very private, and it stopped me from doing many things. One of them is having a family, for a start. Having a gynecological exam, secondly, that just brought absolute terror, even the idea. So anyway, that was in 2001, and I didn't do anything about it. My marriage broke down in 2005, and finally I was on my own. I stayed on my own for a further 7 years, still not conquering this, until I met my second husband, who was wonderful. We had the most amazing relationship. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with a brain tumour, and at the same time I was diagnosed with breast and lymphatic cancer. It was weird, because now I look back, it just gave me another reason to run away from curing my vaginismus. Amazing that I'd rather have cancer than deal with this. It just goes to show what anxiety can do for you and do to you. So, unfortunately, my husband passed away in August 2015. I lost my right breast in September 2015, having had chemotherapy for 4 months. I lived through my cancer, and I made myself a promise, and my husband made me promise, that finally I would find the courage from somewhere to deal with this black cloud called vaginismus. So I made a call, and I made a call to the Women's Therapy Centre. I know this is the only place that can help me. I know, because I've already spoken to these ladies, but this time it was very real. This time I was ready. This time I wanted to hand myself over to them, to surrender, because there was no fight left in me. There was no choice left. So, 2 weeks ago I came to America, and I have additional issues because of having cancer, because of being in early menopause. So it was rather a difficult procedure for me to go through, but actually it was the easiest thing in the world. It was because I gave over. It was because I needed to get rid of this black cloud over me. Vaginismus isn't something that needs to control your life. You can control it. But you do need to have gatekeepers who help you to go through this incredible gate. I am now on my way home, and I feel amazing. I feel like a new person. I feel like I can do anything. But I think we have to realise that anxiety is a very real thing. The only things that can help with anxiety are medication, and finally giving over to what you need to give over to if you want to have a brighter future. You aren't alone. I wasn't alone. It just took me 16 years to realise that. I heard yesterday that I was patient 109. They're now dealing with patients 1500 and above. That amazes me that I have left it for so long. But I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with the fact that I lost my opportunity to be able to have a family because I am in menopause due to the cancer. It's all good. I'm living my life now. I'm going forward with a positive stance. You, whoever you are out there, are probably young enough to be able to deal with this. Please be brave enough. It really is worth it. In the end of the day, you get your life back. So just make the call. Vaginismus doesn't have to be lived with. You can get over it, as I have.